you guys. Is anybody still here? Hello, hello. Well, I have a fun little story for you, and that is that I'm in Cancun. I'm in Playa del Carmen. So I forgot all about your daylight savings in the US. So here I am quoting Eastern time, and I have been on Eastern time, and now I'm not on Eastern time anymore. I don't know what time zone I'm in. So I think I'm in Central time now. So hello, I am here. Hi, Esther, darling. Thanks for sticking around. So this will be, I'll have to shift everything around. So do we still want to go live at this time? I think we did decide it's still good, right? 12 Eastern, which will be 11 Central, I think. I'll double check. Hi, Susan. Yeah. Okay, great. Welcome, you guys. Hi, great to have you all. Thank you, Carmelie, for the message, because I totally was doing my thing. I thought I had another, 45 minutes. So I got to center in a little bit here for a minute. Let me know if the wind is too loud. I have my window open right here, and it's really windy and cloudy today. So let me know how that is. Okay, good. So we'll keep it at 12 Eastern. Whatever the new announcement is, I just now need to figure out that I'm not on 12 Eastern anymore. Changes, twice a year for me. So I got to keep up. I got to keep up with you guys. All right. I need to whew. Okay. So let's tune in here for a minute. get ourselves situated. That was kind of exciting. Mercury at its finest, right? So hi, if you're just joining in and you're like, who is this crazy chick talking? It's me. I'm Jill Hoyrup, you guys. I am a psychic healer, and we do a weekly Manifest It show using a Zap It Up process that I created about 10 years ago called, it's an energetic activation. So I helped my girlfriend get a job with this activation. So now we've turned it into a weekly show to come together with things that we want to create in our life. And so here we are going to zap it up. And in light of, I'll reach for them later. In light of our exciting book club that we're now 1 week into and having fun in the Ignite Your Intuition group, what the heck? Here we are. Here's our group. Do a hashtag in Facebook and find us. And there's been a lot of really cool things happening so far. For me, it's been more just things I've been thinking about, and they are coming to fruition in the physical in different ways. So we are reporting on what's been happening as we go through these experiments, 9 experiments. We just finished experiment 2, so there's still time to join us if you want. We're doing everything over in the Ignite Your Intuition group. So there is that. And let's see what everyone's saying over here. Good, Estha's excited. Okay, good time for you, 10:45 at night your time. Okay, perfect. Well, wait, Estha, is it still 10:45 for you? Carmelie says it's cloudy and windy where she's at. Okay, so here's my thought. I am going to turn around now and do it. Get it. I know I mentioned this when we did our call, but if we feel like it, we'll see if things change. But right now, I kind of feel like it might be fun in light of our book club if we go ahead and use Pam Grout's Oracle cards, and if we did some readings from that later today. So, hi Debbie, how are you, girl? Okay, let's jump right in, you guys. Okie doke. So, let's be thinking about what we want to create. So if you want to drop it in the comments, you can. If you want to keep it to yourself, you can. Do a couple deep breaths for me, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's get us all centered and together. And if I'm recalling correctly, there's a full moon. I think it's a super moon too. Let's pull in the energy of the super moon. You guys, I don't want to give bad information. So Let me just do a quick, I think it's on tonight. I think it's tomorrow, right? Yep, full moon. Okay, good. So a super full moon tomorrow. Okay. Oh, so it's not, oh, you have do you have a time change too, Estha? Oh, you're in a different place. So wait, what time should I be putting on my announcements for you, Estha? For Nepal, or if you're not there anymore, what? I'm so confused. I'm having a total perimenopausal blonde moment. Okay, so if we are tuning in now to what we want to manifest, let me think about what I want to manifest. I always forget to do mine because I'm so busy doing the process. So I would like to manifest, okay, Esther, so it is 10 o'clock p.m. for you right now. Oh, okay, so you're going to be at the same time that we've always had. If we started on time today, it would have been 9:45 for you, I think. So I'm going to write that down. I need to go figure out all the time differences now. Oh, I better shut it. They're not ever supposed to work on Sunday. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So, what I was going to tell you what I'm creating. So my intention this week is for the ability to implement the ideas that are coming to me. I've been a little bit lacking in the implementation stage, so we're going to put some energy into that. All right. So let's get going. So this energetic activation, Zap It Up, has 3 steps to it. I'm going to do it a little different today. We're going to ignite it, expand it, and then magnify it. And I'm not going to go through and talk about like what's happening during each one to save time. So let's do, let us bring in that super full moon energy of tomorrow though, because I love the full moon and it's a super moon. So let's bring in that energy. However it's going to feel for you is perfect and exactly correct. Let's see. I'm actually picturing a really pretty full moon. I like it. Estha's intention of the week is a new location. Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry. You wrote that earlier and I wasn't realizing you were talking about the intention. Okay, gotcha. Your new location. So Estha is looking to move. But you're talking about leaving, you're talking about changing countries, right? So, okay. Let's see. What else we got? Anyone else want to share what their intention is? You don't have to. No pressure. I'm just making sure I said hi to everybody. I've been a little scattered. Awesome. Okay, good. All righty. Before we get started, because I'm thinking about it and I might forget later, we are talking about, hi Katie. Oops, I can't. I'm really finding that I am not able to do as many things at once as I used to be able to. So I just want to give a little plug again. So these are the cards that we'll probably play with after we do the Zap It Up. But I want to let you know that in the Ignite Your Intuition Academy this month, we are talking all about oracle cards and using them as a divination tool along with our intuition. So I've already done the lesson on it. It's in the group. I have just put the link to join the Ignite Your Intuition, and I don't know why it didn't go through. So I'll put it again in case you want to join us. It is $37 US a month, and there's the link. Okay, perfect. So there's the link if you want to join. We're not, well, I don't know. We're going to see. So we're having, we're doing our practice sessions in the academy, and we're actually going to be using our cards, whatever cards we want to pick and use. Some people have like 20, 25 decks. So we're going to use the cards. So I thought it would be fun in light of the book club to use these cards. So that's the scoop there. Hi, Katie. Katie's working on clearing negative subconscious. Perfect. Marie is working on peace and family. I love it. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. We are not done yet pulling in the super full moon energy. So let's continue with that. It's interesting. I'm actually feeling it kind of work its way around us in a different way today as we're doing this. So I'm just going to go with it and let it do its thing. I feel like we are, it's a more like uniform, congruent, the energy itself of being around us is more, it seems like bigger and more congruent. And not that it's like incongruent ever or not stable, because stable is another word that came, but it just feels solid to me. It's feeling solid. Hi, Lynn, darling. Alrighty. So let's see what else we got going on. All right, so we're igniting this intention right now. And we're heading quickly into the expansion mode of the process. So you might be feeling, I'm feeling a lift inside me, a lift coming up, and I'm feeling it go out now. So let me know what you're feeling, because it's happening differently today. So, oh, I'm so sorry. They aren't normally working on Sunday. Let me know if you can hear that. It's like a saw. Okay. So now we're heading into the magnify stage. A couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth for me. All right. I'm actually kind of feeling like I want to go like this, like I feel like it's whooshing back at me. Is anybody feeling like an actual, feeling kind of a physical reaction to this? So let me know. Let me know for you what's happening. It's interesting because it's almost like I can't tell if it's starting outside of me or inside of me, because it feels like it's starting inside of me. So, all right. Yeah, I'm just so happy Carmeline messaged me telling me to get my act together. She didn't say it like that, you guys. All right. So I'm just doing a quick little energetic tap into everybody's intention. And today you're actually getting a little bit of an individual zap from me. So kind of a whatever you need is coming through right now, which is kind of cool. So I'm not, if you haven't mentioned what your intention is, I'm not going in there to find out what it is. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm checking the energy of it. Okay, so there's a difference. Tuning in energetically to just make sure everything's as it should be, right? So I'm not digging around to find out what it is or what's going on with you. Hi, Sloan. Welcome. I don't know why I always have to say welcome, you guys. I was listening. Oh, hi, Seema. I'm sorry I missed you earlier because I was busy writing stuff down. Oh, and Carmeline's getting caught up on bills from the move. Perfect. Well, with all the free stuff you're getting from the E² experiment, you should get caught up in a jiffy. Hilarious. Awesome. Okay, guys. This is good stuff. Another couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth as I keep doing a little check-in. So let's see. So I'm not done with the check-ins yet. I'm hearing that I'm not able to check in on somebody's, which is fine. They may not, one person, two people, which is fine. You don't want me checking in, doing something specific for you, that's totally fine. I'm going to just leave it at that. If you feel like you are one of those people, then you can shift that and just give energetic permission. And I'll find you and go back to you. I don't need to know who you are. That part's not important. So, but for now, I'm leaving it, moving on. Perfect. So more of this super full moon energy is coming in. So I don't know about you. For me, it was a really weird week. Sorry, we didn't even start by talking about what's been going on this past week. So we've already been talking about how intense, not really the right word, detailed, I don't know what the right word is, but this Mercury retrograde, it feels like there's been a lot going on with it. And I'm just noticing it so much with even the littlest of things happening in life. Then we ended like Wednesday, Thursday was a water moon, I think Pisces moon, right? Maybe. But I feel like I just crashed emotionally and there was a trigger for it, but it was like completely out of the blue and unexpected, and the reaction and the trigger was like, okay, obviously I must be healing on a deeper level of some sort. So then I noticed, what the heck day is it? Sunday. Friday, I was like, okay, things might be smoothing out because it was then a Leo moon. I try to kind of keep track of the moon phases and my own phases. I think I have my own. I think I have a Jilly phase. I don't really think I have, I don't always match all the other things going on. But then it felt like, okay, maybe can perk up with this fire moon. And then it literally, like, I felt like I was getting sick yesterday. So I spent most of the day in bed napping, which I hardly ever nap. So it's just been super weird. I've been like all over the place. Maybe that's part of it. Marie says weird week. Weird week is right. Esther is saying Mercury is very strong. And usually I don't, like, I encourage you to notice, right? Notice and just pay attention to Mercury. You don't have to be all, my alarm for Manifest It's going off, you guys. Hey, Manifest It's showing half an hour. I'm not a big like, oh, gloom and doom, it's Mercury retrograde, but I do feel like the retrogrades or moon phases or eclipses or geomagnetic storms, like all these things, and it's always seems to be like after the fact that I hear about them that I can then go track it back to, like, that's why I felt this way the other day, right? So we're not about the doom and gloom, but I want you to start noticing. So if you think Mercury retrograde is a total hoax and it means nothing, great. Why don't you just, start paying attention to it and just notice what goes on in the areas of electronics, travel, and communication, and just see and notice and get curious about what's going on. That's all you have to do. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to even pay that close of attention. But when your cell phone goes on the fritz or turns off and back on automatically without you doing anything, and then you realize it's Mercury retrograde, you might be like, there's a little more to this than I might have thought. So that's all I'm just encouraging you to do. But for some reason I feel like maybe this week we went like this. It was like we were like up and down and all around, I feel like. So I feel like this we're still going, by the way, with the Zap It Up. It's still going. I'm just babbling along. I feel like with this super full moon energy we're bringing in can really start, it can start, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of building us up a little bit, bringing in some kind of a foundation for us. So with the super full moon, there's, I believe, 3 in a row super moons. So that's some really, so super moon is, I think that it's closest to the earth and we can see it the best or something like that. I feel like my mind is lost all its information. So that's why it's super moon. Okay, so we'll have a couple more of these. So I just feel like even though in the energy report, I talked about March kind of smoothing out, but it just feels like while it's smoothing out, I feel like it's coming up from underneath to like build us up, build that foundation, and support us too. So it's kind of it's a weird conglomeration of different energies. Lena's here, hello. So, all right, let's do a little bit more breathing. I'm gonna do a little hydration break, which I highly encourage. If it's in your scope of health, make sure you hydrate. All right, let's smooth this out. Let's close the loop on this zapping. So let's see what we're doing with this super full moon because it's still going. It's like it's swirling around us. So it's okay. So the super full moon energy is actually going to continue running in the background is what I hear for the next 2 days. Okay, so according to my quick Google, the super full moon is actually tomorrow. So it's like we're starting today, we've got it tomorrow, and we're taking another day on the other side of it. So that's kind of cool. So over the next 2 days, if you want to say super moon, you can connect yourself back to that energy. That's your little mantra. Okay, I like it when we do mantras. So you can connect back up with this super full moon energy, but the mantra itself is super moon. Okay, let's see. So we're closing the door on the Zap It Up and this activation. But in the background, the super full moon mantra, super moon, is still alive and kicking. That's actually kind of cool. I'm excited to kind of use that. So the way what's coming through and how to use that over the next 2 days is to give yourself that maybe that surge of, I'm kind of feeling it's very similar to roar, this surge of extra power or extra force. You know, you guys are not a force to be reckoned with, right? So you're making things happen in your life. So when you want to tap into that and give it, so what I'm hearing also is when you say supermoon or think it, saying it's even better when you say it to yourself over these next 3 days, right? So today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. There is a, and so Estha, like, okay, so Estha's late at night on Sunday night. So yours is going to go until Tuesday night. Okay, right? 24 hours from where you were at. Okay, just so you know, if you're listening to this at 4 a.m. in Australia. So what I'm seeing is if you need a little extra oomph for something, if you want to kind of get yourself back on track because you feel like you don't have the energy that you need, or you want to complete a task and your mind is zoning out. So it's this detailed, get yourself back on track, give yourself the energy boost, give yourself the power from within. Really what I'm hearing is you're tapping into your source of you, your soul source. Okay, so you're finding that energy within you to bring forth whatever it is you're trying to bring forth. So Estha, I don't know, for you, I keep getting with this location, baby steps. For you, I'm seeing baby steps, okay? To start thinking about what those baby steps are that are in alignment with your new location, with wanting to move somewhere. How's everybody feeling? How did you like that one? It was kind of different. I kind of liked not going through the whole, here's what happens when we ignite. So let me know. And I'm starting to shuffle the cards in case you want to see the cards. This is me and my camera again. This is the Pam Grout Oracle of E, because we're reading the E squared book. So we're going to do some card pulls, or let's just do readings and then we can pull a card too if we want. How's that sound? Because for you, Estha, I don't know, that's why I started doing the cards. I was gonna see what the card said. Oh, good, thank you. Susan liked it. Yeah, I kind of felt like maybe we don't care. Maybe nobody really cares how we do the process. Maybe we just need to get through the process and feel what we feel during the process. I can't seem to shuffle, you guys. Carmelie has lots of tingles in third eye, bridge of nose, and over my scalp. I don't know, Carmelie, do you feel, I'm kind of getting the sense for you that you are going to have more of an awakening now that you've moved. How do you feel about that? I feel like it's almost like you're being supercharged because you moved. You're in a new vibration, a new energy. You made the choice to move. You took the action to move. And now it's almost like this whole unfolding and opening up of everything. So a few of you have been on calls with me lately, and I've been talking about, because it keeps coming up, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's for everybody right now. So I'm going to share it with you. The doors of possibility are open. They are open so wide right now. And I'm noticing it with these little things I'm thinking about. I think they're just little random thoughts of, oh yeah, I want to do this, and like, make a mental note of it. And then within a week, the universe is providing it. It's showing it to me. So things are, and I've heard it in other places, things are manifesting very fast right now. It's like we're all completely in alignment. We've kind of gotten rid of all our baggage and what bogs us down. And so now we're actually able to create what we want, like really, truly. So if you don't know what you want yet, figure it out quick and get really clear on it and really specific about it, because it's happening. It's going to happen. Whether you're thinking about what you don't want or whether you're thinking about what you do want. So just kind of a little plug. So I don't know, that's kind of what came up for me about you, Carmelie, was, well, and even your experiments in the eSquared book club stuff, like what's happening. So Carmelie says, I agree, things were on hold while I was moving, but now it seems like they're moving again. Yes, I agree with that. Okay, let's quit these cards. Okay, who wants a card? Pick a card. Actually, since I was just talking about you, Carmelie, I'm going to pick you a card. I haven't used this deck for a really long time, and I hadn't used it very well, very much up until now. I mean, so I don't remember. So I'm going to practice what I preached, what I just preached in the Academy lesson. And that is, when you get a new deck of cards, to play with them. And don't go straight to the book, but actually take a minute and look at the card and see what is happening. See what you get from it. So you guys can play along with me and tell me what you get for these cards. I'll just pull one card for everybody. How about that? I'll make it easy. So Carmelie, this is your card. Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball. So I just love Pam Grout's cards. You guys, I want to make cards. Do you think I should make cards? So Wrecking Ball, what came up for me first off for this, Carmelie, is just this sense of, and I know it didn't happen this wildly, leaving your old life and whatnot, but I feel like that energy of a wrecking ball is what's been happening with you, with this whole process of moving and wanting to move and trying to figure out where to move. Because if you think about it, look how fast it all started happening once you got that information on that job, right? Everything just started unraveling. So I feel like you're actually already through the wrecking ball process. It's already happened. So it's kind of telling, so I think cards can tell us the past too, right? Or tell us what we're just coming out of. So I feel like you're coming out of this wrecking ball and now you're smoothing out into, you've moved. I feel like your gifts are opening up even more. And so let's see what the booklet says about wrecking ball. Page 46. Oh, okay, wait. Learning moment. Tell me what you guys are getting for wrecking ball. Lena wants a card. Lynn, everyone wants a card. I don't know why I sing stuff to you guys. Okay. Katie says, card please. How do I heal my subconscious? I'm using guided meditation. Should I use this therapist I found? I do get a yes for that therapist. And so I think it kind of depends on what you want to heal. What I'm hearing for you, Katie, is I think you'll have really good luck if you start kind of at the basics, which I always feel like is noticing your thoughts. What are the thoughts? What we probably, well, I'll count it for you. I'm counting 5 like childhood, automatic, repeat, spinning thought patterns that you have. So your job is to notice consciously when you get into those. You need to find out what those are. What are the main themes of those? How do you start spiraling in your thoughts? Okay. And get clear on that. And then when you start noticing you're starting to spiral in your thoughts, or the old program is coming up, right? The old tape recorder is starting to play. Then you start shifting it with any reframe to the positive that you can do, whether you believe it or not. And you're just, it's kind of like, remember back in the day, and people probably still do this, that rubber band, you swear, and so you've got to do the rubber band on your wrist. So it's that same type of thing, but you're doing it mentally. So the hardest part about it is noticing, because our thoughts are so automatic. We're just programmed. We're just programmed, and we're just thinking the same old thing we've thought since we were born. So that's where the real shift, I believe, starts, is that. And I have a couple good books for you to read if you want them. I don't know if you're a reader, but Choice. Choice and 2 titles. Choice, What to Say to Yourself, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter were really good books I've loved to read in the 90s. I know, kind of dating myself. For thinking, because it really helps you kind of recognize what you're thinking about. So there's a little bit of practice that's involved, but once you start getting more conscious, then it's like you turn a corner and it just flows, if that makes sense. Okay, let me zip down here real quick. Sorry, you guys. If anybody, oh, good, Katie noticed. Okay, so you're already there. You're already there. Okay, so Carmelie for her guard I get clearing out the old to make way for the new. Sorry, you guys. I never did get to this because I went to the next. Okay, here's what the book says. Psst. Just so you know, a wrecking ball is not necessarily a sign of destruction. It's more like a blessed invitation for brand new, exciting things to blossom. All you need to do is change your perspective. Let's get this renovation started. I like that. Okay. Let's see what a card says for you, Katie. You are next. I'm just going in the order that I see the comments, by the way. Let's do a quick shuffle again. Okay. So you guys can pull cards any way you like. The way that I stumbled upon for me is my fingers literally stick on the card. So I go through the whole deck. I don't ever do, it's hard to kind of see. I don't ever do a spread. I just go through the whole deck and pick cards. Obviously, we're only doing one because of time. Oh, Katie. Oops. Bring it. Bring it. So what this is telling me about what's going on with you right now is that everything is there for you to create. Like, I know you're trying to start your business and figure out which way to go and what to do and all this. And now you're talking about thoughts. And so you're really, I actually see a picture of you stepping up. You're actually stepping up and into and onto your life right now. You're stepping, it's like you're stepping into your greatness is what I get. What does everybody else get on that? The book says, wow, You are brave and fearless these days. Even if it doesn't feel that way, you are being called to take off your armor and leap. Today is the day to call fear out as the wimpy imposter that it is. It's time to go for it. That's definitely the way what I feel is going on for you. Let me know how these resonate with you guys. Okay, Lena's next. Her card. Give it a couple little shuffles. Let's see if anybody had anything to say about the Bring It card. Okay, good. Yeah, Katie, check out, see if you like them. I mean, they're old. Those books are old, but I mean, they're still such good information. And Linda needs a card too. Okay, good. So Katie, so you already know what all these thought patterns are. So you're just going to now reframe it when it happens. So what that means is you're just going to take, you can create it in advance or create it at the moment based on how you feel, but you're going to reframe it and you're going to give yourself a different new statement in the positive, whether you believe it or not, of what's going on for you. So you're just going to take it to a different thought, okay? If that makes sense. Whatever it is that you're thinking about, if you want to drop an example, we can work with one. Okay, Lena, or yeah, we're on Lena, right? Okay, good. Here's your card. Hasta la vista, baby. Alrighty, well, so the first thing that jumped out at me about this is all the moving that you've been doing lately. And I think you're settled somewhere now, right? From last week, if I recall correctly. So to me, this is saying you are saying goodbye to this unsettled, uprooted, constant change and shift that's going on. So if you haven't already done some kind of a ceremony on, I see moving being your choice. It's your choice if you want to move. It's not the circumstances or people around you. So there's a shift coming now. So have a little ceremony on this shift of you taking back your moving power, you taking back this power of you being able to, you decide, I don't know. That's what I get on this card for you. Let's see what it says. Remember that song Queen Elsa sings in the Disney movie Frozen when she unleashes her magic? Well, if you didn't catch this animated flick, I didn't ever. It's time to let it go. Walk away, and just like you never look back at the trash can, you leave at the curb. Don't give it a second glance. It's time for new beginnings. Out with the old and in with the new. All right. How does that feel? All right, Lynn is next. See what you need to know right now. I forgot how much I like these cards. Aren't they good? I just like how short and simple and to the point they are. All right, Lynn, let's see what we got. Okay. I haven't really talked to you for a while, so I guess I know one thing that's going on with you. Nasty knot. Interesting. So the only thing that was coming up, let me tune it a little bit better, because I was going to say the only thing I know that's going on with you is the moving thing or the selling thing. So I don't know. What I get the sense of for this is that there's an unraveling. There's some unraveling for you to do in regards to, I feel like you're trying to go from kind of where you've been to opening it up more, and either it feels more like a step in a bigger way or a new direction. but there's kind of some old stuff or old beliefs or old ways of doing things, or old familiarity. Really, it's kind of like a comfort zone is what I'm sensing, that's kind of keeping you in a knot. So it's kind of all this energy that basically just needs some unraveling. Do you want me to send you a little unravel right now? I feel like we should do that. So let me know. And while you're answering me, Katie says, I'm feeling it on occasion. I laugh at fear being a wimpy imposter. That's good, huh? Lena says her temp home is getting ready for me. So Lena, while you're waiting for that, just do a little ceremony, whatever feels good for you, of that. So it's helping you get a place, but you are now taking back that power and that energy. You are grounding yourself in that new location. Katie says, yes, I sometimes feel unworthy of appreciation, even though I really want to be appreciating love for what I do. Yes. So you could do a visualization on that, of seeing your clients tell you thank you and give you a big hug as they walk out the door, and what all that you have just helped them with. Lynn says, yes, I need to get untangled. Okay, good. So I'm sending Lynn, and if you need it and you want it, then you can say yes to it too. I'll just put it out there for everybody if they want it. But for Lynn specifically, I think this will be good for the house sell too, because I feel like there's some old stuff tied up in that. Even though I know you've done a ton of clearing, that's why I'm like kind of scrunching my nose at that vibe. But there's really old energy, and I kind of feel like it's from people before you too in that house, if that's the thing. There's old energy though. All right. So we are unraveling this energy pattern strands. I'm actually seeing kind of almost like a ball of yarn that's loosening, and there are no knots. Did I read the card yet? I don't think I read the card yet. Nasty Knot says, despite how it looks, you can now slip easily out of your current ensnarement. It only looks like quicksand. In reality, getting free is a piece of angel food cake. Leave the drama behind. Yum. Let me know how that resonates. Okay, let's go. Susan's getting a card next. Susan, any job news, Susan? Gosh, I feel, well, I think it might be better if it's after Mercury retrograde, the rate we've been going. It's okay. Don't fear if they have not gotten back to you yet. We'll send them some more zaps. Yeah. Okay. Susan. The dude abides. So this was our first principle if you are in our book club. So this is all about basically like the universe is listening. The universe is hearing us, and it is bringing, we are co-creating. It's what I talked about in the very, very beginning of this, of the live, was about how I'm not seeing the specific things, but the things that I'm thinking about are happening. And I'm not telling anybody about I'm reporting back because we're doing it in the group, right? But and it's not like I'm keeping it a secret, but it's like what I'm saying is I'm not like talking to my friends about it, or I want this or I want that, and things are happening. So just know that what you are focusing on is being listened to by the universe, whether it's what you want or don't want, or don't like. So there is a co-creation happening for you. So things are, the universe is there to support you. Things are happening, whether you see it actually happening yet or not. So the book says, it's your lucky day in your lucky life. The dude is patiently waiting for you to come on home. Let him do the heavy lifting for a change. no matter what crazy mess you've gotten yourself into, the dude is here with everything you could ever need. The dude's got your back, rock star. So in her book, she talks about, when she says the dude, she's talking about whatever way you want to call God or the universe, just so you know, in case you're like, dude, who's a dude? We're not in the 80s. So you can kind of let things go a little bit. Okay, S the Darlene is next. Oh, let's scroll down. See what anybody says. Lynn says it's also about something that happened for me about 13, 14 years ago, and it's crazy. I'll tell you in a PM. So ready to leave. Yeah. So I was feeling more. I was feeling like it was way more past it. So that makes sense. Okay. Perfect. So that let that unraveling begin then. Okay, Estha, this is you. This is for you. Let's see what we got. All right. What does Estha need to know? Okay. Just say no. Well, it's funny because when I saw that, I saw now. Just say now. I know it's no, but I saw the word no now. So I feel like, and this is kind of actually similar to the hit I got when you were talking about location, when I mentioned doing baby steps, right? I feel like I'd be really curious what the book says. So I feel for you that there's some baby step action steps that you can start taking in regards to what you're wanting to create in your life. And I know that you want to create a move. So maybe that means looking at jobs that you could do somewhere else, right? Assuming you need to support yourself, right? So like investigating places, investigating, are you able to go work or live somewhere else? What does that mean like for a visa? What does that mean for like a work permit? What do those kinds of things mean? What like there's some detail. I feel like there's some details and some information that you need to gather in order to make different or better or bigger baby steps towards this move. This is really what you're wanting to create. So let's see what the book says and let me know if that resonates at all. So there's two parts to this. One is, so this actually is very synchronicitous to what I just realized. Let me tell you what this says. Just say now. No. Just say no. KNOW. Okay. The divine buzz. Everybody has a different phrasing for it. Being in the now, a connection with all that is, living in the moment. Here's the thing. There are no words that can explain it, but baby, you know you can feel it. Savor it for all it's worth. So I have a little tiny story about this exact thing because I got a Facebook memory yesterday. I was traveling to Playa del Carmen, which is where I'm living right now. And it was 8 years ago. And I was like, wow, 8 years ago already that I visited Playa del Carmen for the first time. And what was interesting about it was Playa del Carmen was kind of a big deal for me because even though for years I, was applying for jobs within, the company I worked at to live in the United States and other warm areas. I even applied outside the United States in warm areas and some not warm areas, but I was like trying to create a change, right? So I come to Playa del Carmen and I just loved, first of all, the resort that I stayed at. I loved the energy here. And I think really I was also loving the time of life. So it was 2012 and all that stuff. So what was interesting is Playa del Carmen was a pivotal point for me. It was the catalyst for me really starting to get serious about what I wanted and what I was going to do to get to where I wanted to go. which was at that point moving south of the border from Seattle. So what happened after that, I actually applied for a job at the resort. I had a house full of stuff back home. I mean, it didn't happen, obviously, but I took that action, right? I took that action to the universe that was like, I don't want to go home. Like, how can I stay here? And at the resort, I was hearing all these stories of people that came down on vacation and never left. And I was like, wow. And all I could think about was, you know, my 2-bedroom house back home with all my stuff in it, going, what do I do with all that? And, so anyway, long story short, I went home and I started really not just like thinking about it up here in the, well, what if, oh, I want to do this, but thinking a little bit about it more down in here and with my heart of like, what could this look like? What could this look like? What does it look like? What do I have to do to get there? So for me, I started with another purge. I started with a decluttering process of all my possessions. Not all of them, but I mean, I was solidifying and downsizing. And then later on that year, I got a roommate for like the first time in 10 years. And I was actually just doing it to help a friend out, but the money ended up helping out a little bit, right? So wasn't my preference. It was an okay situation for, you know, 6 months or whatever it was. So there were little things, and I don't even think I probably am counting all of the actual baby steps, but the way that you think about things that you want to create ends up shifting how you go about those baby steps, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm saying to you, Essa, like, figure out like, okay, these countries are like these 5 are totally in. Like I could go there and be fine there. These I would love to, but I don't know how to make it happen. I'd have to get a job at a specific company that paid for my visa or work permit, or like there's some investigation to do, right? So anyway, even though that was 8 years ago, I did not end up moving straight to Playa del Carmen. I did a little 5-year detour in Belize first, but I was just kind of patting myself on the back when I saw that yesterday. I was like, wow, this is where it all began. And this is where it started with me like loving Playa del Carmen so much that I was like, how do I get there or get somewhere that I want to be? So let me know if that resonates for you. But I just, you know me, I'm always thinking about baby steps. So let me scroll down and see. Then Linda's next. Susan ordered the book. Yay! Carmelie's been decluttering like crazy again. Well, it's perfect when you move or when you unpack. Either way, it's really good. Essa says, okay, she'll do it. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. It's like, you know, how things kind of hit you. I think ever since I did the Belize 5-year review, it's like just, I don't know, it feels like all of these, I don't even know what to call them. They're not idiosyncrasies, but all these little things are happening, like, or I'm realizing kind of all of the pieces to this puzzle that I've been, you know, living in, getting to. So, okay, Linda, darling, is next. Let's see what we got for Linda. What does Linda need to know? So just as a little side note plug, infomercial, this is the kind of stuff like when we do mentoring together, or like, I guess it's, I don't know, psychic mentoring, intuitive mentoring, coaching. Like this is the stuff I like to help you figure out, because we use intuition to figure out what's next or what to do or where to go. But then we give you action steps to take to figure it out. So that's kind of what you're getting when you get these readings. You're actually getting the action steps with it. If you'll notice, like you all pretty much have gotten action steps today to do, right? So sorry, not sorry, but you're getting some energetic homework, or energetic prescription, I like to call it. We don't do drugs here, just energetic prescriptions. Okay. And comedy hour has begun. Okay, Linda. Alrighty. Still working our way through the deck. Don't lose me. Don't lose me, you guys. Okay. Oh, smooth and easy. Smooth and easy. So, well, there's a couple things coming out about this one for you, for you, is this flow. Like, I'm definitely seeing a financial flow for you. I'm seeing a spiritual gifts flow, meaning I feel like you have your routines down. I feel like you have your practices and your routines and your discipline down. I'm still hearing trust more. That's especially in regards to your gifts. But, well, not actually now they're saying, no, it's not just about your gifts. It's about, I kind of get the sense of like, you need to lean back a little bit. Like lean back and like sigh and shrug and let things go a little bit. And imagine yourself, as Abraham Hicks always talks about, like the flow of the river, right? Put yourself in a boat and you're just meandering down this smooth sailing stream or river as you. So why they say that is because the energy of that flowing, then you can visualize what you're wanting and connect up to the energy of that stuff you're wanting to create. So you're seeing that house that you want to move to. You're seeing the money coming in, even unexpectedly, right? Is this resonating at all? Let's see what the book says. The biggest sense I'm getting for you is like it's all there. You have your foundation. It's all right there. Just let it come to you now. Allow it. What are we? Smooth and easy. You're on easy street, my friend. The Red Sea has parted and you are now free to roam the planet. All obstacles have disappeared. Doors and windows are flying open. There is not one thing that can stop you. Did I not just say earlier that all the doors of possibility are open, wide open, I said? Mm-hmm. Good confirmation. Okay. Just making sure we have. Gay didn't get a notification for manifested. I know. Gay, we had a little bit of a time zone issue. We'd like to thank Mercury and my blonde perimenopause brain. So what happened is I'm not in Eastern time zone anymore. So I said noon Eastern, which was an hour ago. So so there we started, at 12:10 Eastern. So oh, and I think I don't know, you missed last week. I think last week was our first starting at noon Eastern. That's our new time on Sunday. Do you want a card, Gay? I'm going to pick one for you anyway, in case you're still here. Oh, good. You do want a card. Awesome. Okay. This will be our last card, guys. Gay's card. Woohoo. So yeah, I apologize for that. It was a fun little scattered beginning that we had, but last. And Gay, you might like today because we zipped right through the Zap It Up. I mean, we didn't do a lot of like explaining what was going on. I kind of liked it, so let me know if you do watch it how you liked it. So, alrighty, Gay. Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Alrighty. Head games. Head games. All I want to do. Now I feel like singing the Foreigner song. So, and it's kind of interesting. I would be curious to do this without knowing all you guys. So for me, what jumps out about this is this struggle inside your head, right? So I know you want to start doing more channeled writings and more writings. And so I feel like what's going on with you is still that war in your head of trusting. Maybe it's partly trusting your messages that are coming in, this channeled writing that's wanting to come forth. Struggling with routine or a should of how you should write or what you should write, or what this means for you if you write something. I don't know. I kind of just want you to pull yourself energetically. This is actually a really good way to practice your intuition too, for all of us heavy thinkers. This is from You Are Psychic by Pete Sanders Jr. And it totally shifted. Once I read this book, it shifted. He's like a MIT graduate Navy guy, very scientific. And so he's like, does intuition exist? And let's see about this. And so one of the exercises is to literally pull your energy and awareness out of your head, because my mentor wanted me to go down into my body. And I didn't like that. I wasn't used to like being in my body. I like to live in my little head where it's safe. So to actually take myself out of my body, it was actually out or out here. So it was interesting, kind of how I did my clairaudience was out here, and my clairvoyance was out here. And so then I was able to tap into intuition. So I get that for you too, Gay. I want you to pull yourself out when you start going down that thinking spiral. I want you to pull yourself out, up and out of your head, and imagine yourself up here, and then up here, and then see what comes through for you when you're out of your head. So you can go out, like go out any way you want to go out. It could be behind you. It could be way off up into space. I actually don't want you to go that far. Don't go to space. I'm getting the note for that. But the concept, right? So you're going out. You're going up and out. And I want you to notice if that makes a difference for you with either how you get information or what information you get or how you go about things. Because I feel like there's so much pressure in your head. You and I are so similar that way with like writing and words and all of this stuff. So take the pressure off yourself and go out, go up and go out, and see what that feels like. See if that's easier. Oh, sorry, you couldn't find it. I should, I'll have to pin it. Thank you. I'm going to start pinning it to the top of the page. How about that? And I didn't send out a message or anything, so I failed. So let me know. Oh, shoot. What was the card? I just put it back in the deck, and it was not in the middle of the deck. What was the card? Does anybody remember the card? Because I'm going to read the book now. I totally am drawing a blank on the card. Anybody? What is the card? Somebody tell me what the card is. Oh, here it is. Head game. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. Here's what the card says. The trouble with smart people, and yes, that means you. This is in the book. Yes, that means you. Is that they occasionally have a tad bit of difficulty surrendering to the big guy. They want to analyze everything, figure everything out, go from A to B to C to D ad nauseum. So here's all you need to know about this. Sometimes it's better to let it go. To let go. So yeah, I don't know. I could feel it in your head for you, Gay. So I'm really curious how that works, how that helps you move forward. So what's happening is you're so stuck. You're not able to move forward in the ways that you know you want to and can move forward. So there's this whole like world outside your comfort zone of your head waiting for you, and you just have to get out of your own way to tap into it. So, okay. Let me know any more if anyone has anything more to say, or Kay has anything else to add. Okay, Linda says confirmation is yes. Oh, good. Since practicing with my oracle cards, I've been getting trust, feel, honor my feelings. Perfect. We have been looking at and discussing houses. We have a basic plan for our house. Cool. It's funny, when I wash my hands, instead of the happy birthday song, I sing the happy money song. I love it. Well, it's those kinds of little shifts that I think that really create a fun way to go about things, right? I mean, that's kind of my take. So, oops. There we go. Linda says, the oracle card I picked from my deck just before you picked yours is called Honor and Trust Your Feelings from Archangel Michael deck. Perfect. I love all the synchronicities. We've had so many synchronicities today, haven't we? Gay says, yes, I haven't been able to move forward. Well, now you can. Now you can pull yourself out of your head. And, you know, this is for anybody too. This is a really good question to ask. What would it feel like, you ask yourself, what would it feel like if, you know, I was channeling right now, if I was channeling my next book, if I was channeling my next article or story or blog or whatever, what would it feel like? And then you kind of take yourself out of that head space and into the feeling space. And that could help, that could actually help quite a few of you. I'm thinking Estha with the move, Lena with where she's living, Carmelie too, Linda with your move. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I'm not on Eastern time zone anymore. Bye, you guys, I'll miss you. I'm on Central, but I'm going to leave the announcement for Eastern time zone. It's your guys' fault because of daylight savings. I blame you. I blame whoever started daylight savings. Okay, so we are going to stick with noon on Sundays moving forward. And I'm so glad you all were here and that you found us, even though I was technically late. And I'm glad that I was able to go live on this program, even though I was 50 minutes early because I was going at noon my time. So it's really it's 12:19 for me right now. I'm living in some of yours future. So, all right, guys. Well, this was fun. I'm digging these cards, so we're going to probably use these in our. Okay, wait a minute. So for those of us in the book club, I guess we'll keep it at 4 Eastern, but that'll really be 3 o'clock for me. So we'll have our call at 4 Eastern today. I'll do a post right now. Yay! Okay. This was fun, you guys. I'm digging on these cards. So I will talk to you again soon. I haven't seen any more. I have not seen any more messages come through. So thank you all for being here. And I will see you next week for sure and in the Ignite Your Intuition group. Okay. Bye.